Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Shani and I'm a part-time reseller, and today I have a Goodwill Outlet thrift haul, but I do have just a couple items that I want to ship out as well. So today is Wednesday. It is June 25th. I did not do a video last night. Really, I had only sold 2 items yesterday on Tuesday. So I had one sale on Monday, then I sold 2 items on Tuesday. And so I got home from work and I was like, I'll do the video in the morning because I have been off today. Today was my day off. And so anyway, this morning I went to do a ship with me and I could not find one of the items, and I looked everywhere. But let me tell you what it did cause. It caused me to get a little bit organized because I had piles going, and so it did cause me to look through my piles and to kind of clean a little bit. And I was just getting ready to just send the buyer a message and say, I'm so sorry, I can't find this. And you'll see why I couldn't find it. It's really tiny. So I was getting ready to do that, and then I realized I found it. So anyway, there was one item I went ahead and I did ship out this morning, and I thought, well, I didn't want to do a video with just one item. So I had a feeling since I was off today, I was going to get all of my Goodwill Outlet stuff out of my truck and do a video. So I was like, I'll just show them on the computer. All right. Oh, let me see if I can blow it up. Here it is. This is what I shipped out this morning. This was a Poshmark sale, and it's this J. Crew women's size 4 boardwalk pull-on shorts. That's what the name of the short is called. I called them periwinkle because they were a little blue purple elastic waist. So that sold on Poshmark for $11, and I got it on May the 5th for $1.12. It was 75% off at the Goodwill that day, so I went ahead and picked it up. So I had a relatively low cost of goods. Sold it for only $11, and then my net profit was $6.93 on that. So that was Poshmark. The item I could not find. Let me show you. It's not this one. I think I maybe showed this in a haul. Let me get you my title. Selling. Sorry, my allergies are insane. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, this is a vintage small round wood wall decor, hand painted lighthouse C is what I put. This is like, I believe it's myrtle wood, and someone hand painted, it almost looks like it used to be a knob or something, and then someone added, but it's pretty good size though, but it is hand painted, and just a cute little piece. I picked this up for $1, and I got this, where did I get this at? I'm trying to think of where I got this at. I got this in a store that, it was in a thrift store that I don't go to a whole lot, actually. So this thrift store actually has a few little stores. It's kind of different. They own an estate sale company, and then they also have kind of like a boutique-y thrift, and then they have a thrift. So anyway, I picked this up at one of their stores for $1. Sold it for $9.99 on Etsy. My net profit is $8.84. So, what I'm gonna do is I kind of had this left over, just a little padded little envelope. So I am, you know, I'm not super worried about the shipping on this because it's, you know, I don't feel like the paint, nothing's gonna happen to it, but I want it to like at least present well. Does that make sense? So I'm just gonna kind of tie it with a little bow, put a sticker on it. Guess what, you guys? My little chicken stickers reminded me. My chicken Esther, she laid her first egg today. I'm super excited. So anyway, I got my first egg, most expensive egg I've ever bought. For people that own chickens, you understand. A lot of, you know, a lot of people gave people a hard time when they got chickens because of the egg prices, but I used to have chickens, and we lived in Kansas. We lived outside of town, and I loved my chickens. And that's the one thing I missed when we moved to Missouri. I missed having my chickens. And so, okay, I'm just gonna kind of stick that in this box. So the minute the governor of Missouri kind of made it a law that HOAs could not keep their homeowners from owning chickens, I got mine. So, and it just so happened to be when prices were up on their eggs, but that's not the reason. I've always, see, and this is why I make it a little bit extra supportive. Okay, the problem is I have lost, oh no, I haven't. Okay. It has been super hot in Missouri. I have my garage door halfway closed because it is super hot. Like, I don't know, it has to be like almost 100. It is definitely in the 90s. We went kayaking today. Excuse me. My husband and I are both off today, so we went kayaking this morning. I just got a new kayak. So I used to have an old, kind of cheaper one that I had to set in. I think it was an Ascend. And I got a better one. So, okay. So this is what that looks like. It'll go out tomorrow morning. And then that's all the sales yesterday was those two items. And then I just received an offer on these pants and I accepted. I'm pretty happy because these are faux leather pants, so it's like 100 degrees out, and someone in Florida bought these. So I'm happy about that. But these are Zara faux leather pants. Sorry. I'm making a mess. Okay, Zara women's faux leather skinny pants, size medium, zip leg stretch. So there's the Zara tag. They are stretchy, as you can tell. They are kind of a skinny pant. I included measurements, and I'm just happy these sold. Really happy. I got them at the Goodwill. Sorry, I'm like trying to pick up too as I go along. I got them at the Goodwill on May the 5th for $2. They were 75% off. And yeah, got them listed, and I received an offer of $16. My net profit is $10.64. So happy. I was very happy to accept this offer. Number one, because I haven't made one sale today. And number two, here it is, you know, summertime, and I'm selling something that would normally go in the fall or winter. I mean, most likely. I mean, I guess if you want to like dress up and have a dress night, it's probably cool enough in places. Oh, those things stick to your fingers. You couldn't get it off. Okay, so those are the two items that I'm gonna ship out tomorrow, and I'll just I'll schedule a USPS pickup, and it'll set them out on my porch when I go to work, and that's that. So let's get to the haul. Yeah, sorry, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting. Oh, okay. It's like, you know, it's been a good day off because we kayaked. We've just stayed busy. We went grocery shopping. I've cleaned a little. I searched for 2 hours for that little wood wall decor, you know. So yeah, it's not that my inventory is bad. I have 4 bins over here that is nothing but hard goods. That's where my hard goods go. So the minute I post something for sale, it goes in there. The problem is I had just done some rearranging, and there was something I put in the kids' toy. I have a kids' toy one up at the top. And that had fallen down into this box that went into the kids thing, and I didn't realize, and so that's how come I couldn't find it. So anyway, okay, so I went to the Goodwill Outlet in Rogers, Arkansas this last Saturday on the 21st. Had a me day. I passed so many garage sales on the way to the bins. It was kind of killing me not to stop, but I wanted to get there like pretty soon after they opened and have a full day. It's about an hour and 53-minute drive for me. So when I go, I'm gonna stay there all day, like most of the day. So I packed a lunch bag and extra drinks and things like that, because I had a feeling I would, instead of leaving and going to get something to eat, I just went out, I paid, went out to my car. At that time, my cart was pretty full. So, and I was super thirsty and hungry. So I went out to my car, ate a snack, got something to drink, then went back in. I was only back in, let me see. So the first time I checked out, it was 1:05 p.m. I had been there since about 9:05. I got there a little bit late. Now there's gonna be a fly. I got there a little bit late because there was an accident on my way. So got there a little bit late, checked out at 1:05, went back in, and then checked back out at 3:17. So, I mean, it was a full day there for sure. So one thing, all Goodwill pricing is different. So if you've never been to an outlet and you're like kind of unsure, don't let that like intimidate you. Because I felt like the first time I went, I was pretty intimidated and on like how to like categorize things. Each of them have a poster board or something up that tells you exactly the pounds, the rate that you're gonna pay. And so mine is textiles and wares. There's glass. Glass is a separate one. And you know what? I didn't get any glass. That, I will say, I was a little disappointed on how it used to run versus kind of how it was running this time. I haven't been since they totally rebuilt it after the tornado. So, I don't think I got any glass. They brought out no glass the whole time I was there. None. And they would only rotate one section every single hour on the hour. And last time I used to go there, they would rotate a couple. So I don't know. It just felt different. So my textiles, or let's do wares first because there's less wares. Wares, it was $1.59 a pound. So I bought 23, 9, 31. I bought 31 pounds of wares. 31 pounds. So I actually spent $49.29. $49.29. So how I do it, some people just average everything they buy at the bins, and they might average, you know, $1.50, $2. I don't do that. I like to keep them separated because I just feel like it's more appropriate and realistic. I don't want to, and you'll see why, because I stick stuff like this in there. So I don't want to have that mixed in with, because the pricing structure is different. So I don't want, anyway, I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So what I do is I separate, I look at my receipts. I had 8 pounds of wares on this one. I had 23 on this one, and I add them together, and then I go through, put everything into my inventory system and divide them out. So hopefully later I can give you kind of a better, not later in this video, but maybe later I can give you kind of a overall, like what my cost of goods ended up being. So anyway, since I'm showing you, so this is just a little mini tie, 2021. It was an owl. I am the nostalgic owl. That's my shop, the nostalgic owl. So anyway, I thought he was cute. Stuffed animals do really well in my flea market booths. So, and that's another thing. I have 2 flea market booths. So there's a lot of things I might grab that I'm not gonna grab to post online. So just kind of bear with me. This was just a whole bag of like some Barbie. This shopping cart, I believe, is a Barbie because it has the little Barbie emblem on it. And I was just trying to figure out what everything else was. There's like this Barbie couch, there's a dresser. So I just added it in. So there's, you know, several different things in there. Speaking of Barbie, this is a Chelsea RV. So Chelsea, I believe, is one of the little sisters, but this is a Chelsea RV. There's even like a doggy door, but the doggy door is missing. But anyway, very cute. So there's that. This got put into my wares, so I'm gonna count it. So shoes and purses, they consider textiles. But this ended up being in my wares bag. So, but this is a hobo, you guys. I found a hobo. I think it was actually thrown back. But super exciting. Hobo purses are, I think I kind of looked at this before I started this video, and I want to say resale is around 30 to 40 on it. But how cute, this cute little hobo clutch. This is a brand that there's a lot of followers on, but not all of the resellers know about it. Does that make sense? And I mean, I don't want to speak out of line or anything, but I just feel like every time I go to the bins, I usually find a hobo, seems like. And I've even found them at the Goodwill, like the regular Goodwill. So anyway, very cute. I was like, maybe I want to keep it, but I can't keep everything. So, okay. So this is a Mary Meyer, Teddy Bear Lane, just a cute little snowman. How cute is that little plush snowman? Aurora, I found several Auroras. And what I think I would do, because they're not big or anything, I think I'm just gonna lot them together maybe and see what the comps are. Some Aurora little stuffed animals are, I mean, it's bread and butter. It's just bread and butter. But look at this pig. Is that not the cutest little thing? So I got a pig, a kitty cat, and a lamb. How sweet. So I got those. I picked this guy up because it's the Geico. Like, usually you guys see me pick up destination shirts. I like to also pick up like pharmaceutical things or like logo branded items, because usually you'll get like an office or a owner or a person that works there that, you know, sees it and buys it. Sometimes these kind of eyes can be scratched, and you always want to make sure that, you know, because if someone bought this for their animal and then they, you know, I wouldn't want a dog chewing that off and choking on it, because that would be a big choking hazard. So it's good. I'm not saying I always do it, because really it's up to the buyer to realize, but it is good to kind of point that out, not for an animal, not for a dog toy, just because of the eyes choking hazard or something. So anyway, so there's that. I got a couple wooden, like this is just a good wooden spatula. I actually thought I might keep that. I'm not sure. And then they have this one too. It just needs washed good. But these utensils do very well in my flea market booth. And I think it's usually because people buy their lake house and then they look for kind of secondhand stuff. I thought this was really pretty. I don't know that I'm smelling if it's vintage. It actually smells like it is vintage. You know how vintage kind of has that smell, but look at this jewelry case. Is that not pretty? Usually when I find these, especially when they're vintage, it is like it is worn really good. So the only thing that's wrong with it is kind of the creases and things, but really pretty jewelry case, I think. So there's that. Okay, so bear with me. Oh, guys, I'm getting them. I got a bunch of little things here. Okay, so I don't know why I threw this in. I think I was thinking of my son. It's just an old Budweiser, what's it called? Opener. So, and a keychain. Okay, and then I picked up several of these in one booth. I've got this fly that will not stop landing on my legs and stuff, and it is driving me insane. Okay, here's a couple more. And I wrote the name of this game down. Heroescape. It's like a war game. And these guys came with like cards and things, and you go to battle against each other, I guess. Heroescape. So I just picked them up because I had a feeling they were something like that. So I ended up getting 1, 2, 3, look at that guy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm just basically gonna say, these do sell, the lots sell really well, but I'm basically gonna say they're the figures. I don't have any cards or anything like that. And so there was a lot of like 40 that went for $130. So I don't know. I'm hoping, since I have like the T-Rex and a dragon, I mean, shoot, even if I got $10 for all of these, you know what I mean? So that will be, so when I put them into my inventory system, this will be like together as one. Okay. Then someone tried to make something, and they made it out of this vintage little tiny spoon, and it's like a charm, like to hang. Look at that. Isn't that cute? And what am I gonna do with it? I have no idea, but I thought it was just pretty and cool. So maybe I can figure out something to put it in my little garden. Okay, so I found this and I was just gonna like not pick it up or do anything with it, but I want to try my hand at taking a bunch of scrap jewelry like pearls and things and making a really pretty Christmas tree. And I thought, this is what I need to, you know, it worried me because there's kind of the grass on it, but I'm wondering if I painted it black. I think I'm gonna paint it black and then use that as the base. And then I found a couple of these. I always pick these up. Being a crafter, always pick these up when you can get them for nothing, because look at this. I'm gonna glue that. It's gonna be a Christmas tree and it's gonna be full of old jewelry. Will that not be, I think it'll be really pretty. So anyway, I bought this for myself clearly, and there was 2 in a bin, so I just picked them both up because I'm always looking for things like that. And you can make your own platters with old plates and things. So you use E6000 glue, E6000. So, okay, so there's those. Okay, so I have a couple more of these guys that I didn't realize. Look at that horrendous guy. Okay. So I said I had 9, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 16 actually. So there's some more. Okay. Then I have this ice cream scoop that I'll just put in my flea market booth. Because like I said, you know what? That's the one thing that you don't really like, unless you like get one for a wedding or something. It's like you don't think about like buying yourself an ice cream scoop until you have ice cream and you're like, why haven't we ever bought a scoop before? So, okay, little food, like toy food cells. And so there was just a bin that had some in it and I just kind of picked it up. Will I post it right now? I'm not sure. I might wait to add more to it. You always find little things like this in the booth. So I'm, you know, it's definitely gonna be a lot together. And then I could not believe, this is that OXO brand. I could not believe someone didn't pick these up, you guys. This is the OXO. Clearly it's dirty and dusty, but it's the whole nesting bowl set. It's got the rubber on the bottom. Very nice set. All right, so that whole thing was one bag. I have one more bag. So, you know, the bowls, those little figurines, like, I definitely feel like, what I say, I spent $49 on everything. So let's see what else I got. The bins is such a way to go. It really is. Like I could maybe get 40 off out of that alone. So just amazing. Okay. So here is some more stuff. So I have no idea what these toys are. I'm learning a little bit about toys and I'm getting more out, guys, and then I'll show you, I promise. Here's another Aurora. I thought I had one, so it's a little lion, so I'll add him with the other ones. Then I have a brand new 1,000-piece puzzle. It's a Vermont Christmas company, and it's kitty cats, brand new. You know, for the most part, I usually like put the puzzles together myself to make sure they're all there, but if it's already sealed, I'm not gonna mess with it. So this will definitely be for sale. Then I picked up a couple more that were open, but then someone had very pleasantly put it in a Ziploc bag before putting it in here. So that is why I'm taking a chance on it. And it does have the thing still. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a chance. This is a 750 piece and it's called Farmer's Market. I thought that was super cute. And it's only $10.99. Someone wanted $2 at a garage sale. But puzzles do very well in my booth. And this was one I picked up for Halloween. So I'm gonna do that for Halloween. This is a white mountain puzzle. So 3 puzzles. Then I got, I've never really, do you know how often I pass these cake pans? These are the Wilton cake pans. This is a 1978 Wilton, and it's just an old van. And then this is a clown one, which I'm not a clown person, but anyway, I just thought maybe I could, this is a 1989, so I might look those up and see. I've heard some of these pans can sell for good money, like the rare ones, but I don't know. I just decided to grab them because they were both in really good shape. And then you know me and my Christmas crafting, so I picked up that because it was just randomly. Sorry, it's hot. This, okay, should have went at my thing, at my Goodwill outlet that I go to. You can do linen separately. They don't like the bedding, things like that, and they're actually cheaper. And this got thrown, I didn't know what they would consider this because it's really, I mean, it is a table cover, but it's all beads and it is really heavy. So isn't that pretty? It's not marked. I'm probably gonna put it in my flea market booth, but it's super heavy and in really good condition. So there's that. I've got some vintage aluminum heart pans. There's a whole stack of them. I've got this for crafting. It just says boo. Very cute. That would look really good on a wreath because it's rounded, you know. I just picked up this little people. Oh, maybe it's not a little people. It looks like it, but it's not marked. Maybe the sticker got taken out. But anyway, it's a truck. Then I have all these little toys that I don't really know what they're if they're Polly Pocket or this isn't a Polly Pocket. I don't know who she is. So I grabbed a whole bunch of random toys out of a bin that I have to Google Lens now. I'm just pulling out more. Okay, so Mr. Phil Robertson, he just passed away. And this is a Tervis, but it is a Phil Robertson Tervis. So I don't know if that'll be worth anything now that he's passed. Tervis normally does pretty good and it says happy, 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 but he was such a great man. It was really sad when I heard about his Alzheimer's and then him passing. So, okay. This, you guys, you know my love of chickens, but look at this little vintage basket. Is that not the cutest thing you have ever seen? I know my husband is not gonna think it's the cutest thing, but he was excited today when Esther popped out her first egg, so. Okay, this just screams mid-century modern. It just kind of needs a little bit of like wood conditioner, but this is a dolphin genuine teakwood from Thailand. It is definitely mid-century modern. It is a candle holder, and that's so pretty. So I'm gonna try to kind of get it looking good. It's just kind of a really one-of-a-kind classy piece, I feel like. So, all right, and then these maybe should have been in the book section, but they weren't. They were with textiles, so I put them with my textiles because mine, I did get some books, but my Goodwill charges 50 cents a book. It doesn't matter what it is. I get a little jealous of some of you that have outlets where you can do, you know, where it is pay by the pound, or it's super duper cheap, kind of like the glasses sometimes. But this is a vintage how to draw Indian arts and crafts, and it's never been drawn in, nothing. And this is from 1989. And then there's this one that's Pioneer Days. It says Hayes School Publishing, but it's about the pioneers, and it hasn't been written in or anything. I thought it was kind of cool, so I grabbed it. Then I have this nice little, it is signed RWP. RWP. It has a number on it. It's pewter, and it's got a Volkswagen Bug. You might know of that, but I don't. So let's just see. RWP pewter plate. Well, these are all just like plain pewter plates. So let's just look it up. Volkswagen or Beetle car. I don't know. This is how I search, guys. You can learn a lot this way, just by so I'm not really finding much. So anyway, but I thought it was cool, definitely, since you got a Volkswagen on it. So okay, and then I've got, a Tupperware egg separator, more toys, more pieces of toys. Oh wait, here's another one of those guys. More toys. I thought this was really cool. This is definitely pottery, and it is marked made in Colombia. And it even has something Marta on it. Frey Angelico Studio. Designed by Mercedes Marin. Look at that. It's a rooster. Look at that. Very cool. This is the only glass I bought. So I could have pulled this out and paid like 49 cents a pound for the glass, because glass is typically a category that's cheap. So when you go to the bins, you will want several different bags and stuff. Take bags with you, because you're gonna want to keep your categories separated. That would be the biggest piece of advice I can give you. Don't go to the cash register with everything in a jumble. You will make everyone mad behind you, and the cashier will lose their patience with you. Actually, I will say that the staffing is way more nice now than they used to be. So anyway, very cute piece, huh? Then I found this Harley Davidson. I actually texted my brother-in-law, or I texted my sister and was like, ask Chris what this is, because I need to know. And he was unavailable, and she said she wasn't sure what it was. There's a couple extra little studs in there. So I think it's actually, it goes like, it's like a gas tank saddle. Oh, those go up here. Now I see, those were supposed to go up there. Okay, so anyway, but when it is marked Harley Davidson, and I looked online, and these were selling for like $70 to $90, but I don't know like the condition of mine. Like I mean, I basically put it in my cart because it does say Harley. It's probably missing the cover on this. So I'm not sure. I might put it up for a bid. Sometimes I do that when I'm like, started at a bid, I got it at the bins. So, random old little people. So probably what happened is someone got the rest of them and then they didn't see this one, and so he was kind of a random one. And then oopsie, I stumbled onto a lot that had a bunch of tack, and tack is not cheap. This was beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. So anyway, and this is where you can't be afraid to try something new and be like, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try it, and someone's gonna know what it is. So these are all definitely old. They were sitting out getting mud daubers on them. I need to definitely take, that leather is cracked. They need to be conditioned. They're old, they're used. There's this one that's a little better shape, but definitely was setting out in the weather. But this is, you know, for your horses. It's horse tack, so very nice. I just took a chance on it. If anything, I know I can sell this. It's really pretty. I think that's just beautiful. So anyway, I'm taking a chance. You guys will see if I end up selling it. Then, you know, I just picked up some Madame Alexander dolls. Well, guess what? Here another one is. I already have 2 Peter Pans. And then I found this really old. I wonder if it does not have the year on it. Usually the old stuff does, but look at it. It's a Barney puppet. How cute is that? So definitely vintage. It is definitely vintage. Very cute. So I don't know if he's worth anything, but I wasn't gonna leave him. I got, you know, I'm selling jewelry, and this is just an empty case. So this was probably cost me cents. There is a 1/4 cup. I'm always looking for random cups and stuff because mine seem to walk off. There's a baby doll bottle, and these will actually sell, especially the ones with the fake milk and stuff in them. You can lot these up and these will sell. So I don't know if I'll try just sell it by itself. And if you Google Lens it, you might even be able to figure out which doll it goes to. And then I picked up several golf balls. There's a few Nikes in there. There's a Callaway, a Noodle. My son is really into golf, so there's a couple little random extra little toy pieces down in the bottom. So okay, so how do you think I did on the wares? $49 is all I paid for everything I just showed you. I mean, I definitely feel like I definitely got my money's worth on that. Especially that horse tack. You know, I don't know. Shoot. I don't know what I can make on that, but it is pretty old and worn for sure. I have not, you know, one of my first thoughts when I saw that mid-century candle holder, the wooden candle holder, is I need to get going on Cherish, because I do want to start selling on Cherish. I have an eye for vintage. I love vintage. And my pants are like, it is soaking in here, y'all. Okay. It's hot. It's hot. I might have to leave my hat off. Sorry, I'm just gonna undress on YouTube. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, so on to clothing. Sorry that I'm looking like a hot disaster right now, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so clothing. I was gonna maybe separate it, but let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm at 44 minutes. This is gonna be a long one, okay? yeah, it's gonna be a long one. So I'll try and go through the clothing kind of faster. Let me kind of move my, there we go. Okay, because my clothes are on this side. I've got 4 bags of clothes, 2 big IKEA bags, 2 smaller bags. I will tell you, the clothing or textiles is $1.69 a pound. I realize I'm in the Midwest. I do pay cheaper than a lot of you probably at the bins. So I altogether on textiles, I spent $76. So $76 was all I spent. I will say, I don't feel like there's any bangers in here, like any like, oh, that's amazing. I do have one Eileen Fisher piece. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I remember what I got. And speaking of Eileen, here she is. This is an Eileen Fisher. It is a size extra large. Oh man, that's a good size. And it is a linen pencil skirt. Now, it is very wrinkly. It was dry clean, but when I held it up, can you see the stains? There's stains. So someone, and they look like grease stains. So I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best. It was dry clean. I'm gonna try and get the stains out, but very cute. 100% linen Eileen Fisher. So there's that one. So keep in mind, I only paid $76 for all of this. This is a vintage, I think it's a faded, no, Bill Blass, size 12, mom jean short. Very high-waisted, no waistband. Is that not the coolest? So, very cool. Okay, I got a set of jammies that it's so hot right now that I don't even want to think about having to put something like this on, but this is from PJ Salvage, and I had never got this, but I do know other resellers pick this up sometimes. And this is doggies, so you can't go wrong with animals. So I've got the top and it's a flannel set, and then got the top and the bottom. So there's that set. It's hot in here, girl. It's hot in here. Pure Jill. So this is J. Jill Pure Jill, and it's just an elbow sleeve t-shirt. I will say, I didn't really look over everything great. This is a loft. It is an extra large tall. I know I have a brand new one, and these are linen and viscose wide leg pants. Well, these aren't exactly wide leg, but the other ones I got are. So, and they're kind of a green color. They look to be in amazing condition. I thought this top was so cute in its intro. This is a boutique brand, and look at this. Isn't this top so pretty? It's a size medium, and it's just got kind of a ruffle front and a ruffle back. Is that not cute? So cute. I loved that. It almost has a linen feel to it. Okay, this is a scrub jacket, and just being a nurse, sometimes some settings, it's Skechers and it's teal. Some settings are just, you freeze yourself to death in some of the offices. So I just grabbed it because it seemed to be in okay condition. I do see kind of like a run where it was snagged, but just a jacket for your scrubs. My neighbor's revving his engine. Okay, so this is Grace and Threads, extra large, and I ain't gonna lie, I really like it for myself for Valentine's Day. Look at that. Is that not the cutest? I might have to keep that, guys. Really cute. Okay. This is a REI. Hey, that's a good one. A Wilderness Spirit born in 1938. This is a size large flannel. This is the place to get flannels, you guys. I believe this is a woman's. Usually I'm a woman's large, extra large kind of. Okay, this is the sweetest piece. It's a vintage acrylic Feltman Brothers hand-loomed baby cardigan. Look at that. And it's got a little gulf. Here's the thing though. Look. But when I rub it, some of it kind of rubs, and so I want to see if I can soak it and get it out. Isn't that the cutest little vintage baby sweater? I think that's so cute. Okay, then I've got a women's flannel dress. It's kind of cool. It's a Lane Bryant. It is size 22. And it is a button-up midi dress. And it's a flannel. Really pretty. So that's Lane Bryant. This is I have a toy down here. A THML. So it's kind of like a boutique. Does have a following. I don't find it a whole lot. And really, sometimes the pieces can set. But it's definitely in right now just because it's summertime. Literally, that shirt was probably $40. I don't know. And then I found this. It's like a Cavu bag, but it's an ambry. And it's really cool. It's got the cable, but it's just one of the the sling purses. These are nice, especially if you go to the bins and places you have a purse like this. But anyway, so that fit in there. So there's one bag. Let me pull up the second small. That was the small bag. So this is a small bag. Okay, so these are John Varvatos. I truthfully have not found John Varvatos ever. I'm pretty sure it's designer though. Like not a designer, like not a, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it's designer. John Varvatos is a designer. But I know other resellers pick it up. Varvatos. Suede loafers, kind of like a loafer. Okay, so like 50s, 40s, 50s. Okay, so not bad. There's some down in the 20s. So these are just kind of like a gray suede. The shoestrings kind of like look peely, but they're suede as well. It does have some wear on the bottom, slight wear, but not a whole lot of drag or scuffing. So they still look to be pretty good condition. You know, there is some wear though on them. So anyway, you can count shoes as textiles in the bins I go to. And then full body chills. Do you guys watch crime or listen to Crime Junkies podcast? If you're a crime junkie like me, and you listen to the podcast, I was super, super happy when I found this because I have wanted to get some of their merch before, but it's like one of the most popular crime podcasts to listen to. So anyway, so this is for me. Okay, this is a vintage Champion. I think it's a Champion. JanSport. Sorry. JanSport, and it is an Air Force Academy hoodie. I'm pretty sure that it is a vintage though. Then I have a Mumford & Sons. So I'm guessing they sold this at one of their concerts maybe, but this is a Mumford & Sons like sweatshirt, and truthfully, I was like, it's got to be worth something, right? Someone out there wants that. Here is a Madewell extra small. It's like a base layer. It's super thin. It looks like kind of like a wool base layer. Let's see. It's polyester and viscose. Truthfully, it is made well though. It definitely is made well. So I'm kind of unsure. It seems like a base layer to me. This is a Susan Graver. It's a size extra small. And they were trying to sell it for $4.49 at the regular Goodwill. So Susan Graver actually can do very well. So I usually always pick it up if it's good money. This is a Club Ride. I don't know. Do you know? Let me look this up too. Sorry, I said I was gonna be fast, but I don't know this brand. Club Ride. Huh, $33.27. Okay, so it seems to be maybe outdoorsy, is like an outdoorsy brand. So this has the snap, kind of like a pearl snap buttons on it, and it's just a nice little outdoor shirt. It's got zipper pockets on the back. Wouldn't that be cool if I like pulled out $100 bill or something? That would be amazing. But it's a men's medium. Okay, so I used to be a South Park fan, but look at these. These are the Odd Socks, and they're South Park, and they're brand new. So how can I not get these? Truthfully, I might keep them because I used to love them. I have a very good friend that's, I hate to put this on my head without it being washed, but she's Jamaican, and I think this would be beautiful on her, so I actually got it for her. All right, this is just a wrecked Razorbacks shirt, Arkansas Razorbacks, and every once in a while we'll go to a game, and I was like, you know, it's totally wrecked, but it's very cool. Someone totally tie-dyed it and did something with it. So I might actually keep that for me. This is a James purse. It says size 2. I'm not familiar with James purse either. I just know it's an expensive brand. And it definitely has a little stain on the front. So, but this feels nice. This feels really nice. It says it's cotton, but man, it feels really nice. James purse polo. Let's just put polo. 1920. These are for sales, so don't just take what I'm saying because I'm not looking at the sold comps. This was an H&M, and it's a size large, so I really wanted to try this on for myself. That's the great thing about going to the bins, is you can buy stuff for yourself too, which I do that no matter where I'm at. So this is a Mountain Hardwear. It is a women's size 10. Yes, size 10. Little hiking shorts, and they have the zip off legs, so you can have the shorts or the pants. This seemed to be a really cool hoodie. It's like a vintage Nike one, men's size small, and it's really soft, and it's like this oatmeal color, light oat color. I don't know, I really liked it, and it feels really nice. And then, since it's the 4th of July, I've got this vintage Alfred Dunner 4th of July shirt, sweater. Yeah, it's a sweater. Okay, so there's the second bag. Okay. Sorry, I'm just moving and a shaking. Okay. Okay, here we go. Third bag. This is a big one though. This is just a very cute little Junior Ranger Grand Teton National Park. And the Tetons are literally my favorite place to go. It's so pretty there. If you live there, I'm so jealous of you. Although I don't want to live there in the winter. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, this lady threw this back, and she is a vintage reseller. I talked to her and she was like, you know, it's just not speaking to me. But this is a Hoku made in Hawaii. It is a vintage dress and it is a size large. Looks to be like a maxi. How pretty is that though? Look at that. It zips up the back. So definitely that's got to be worth something. But vintage, one of a kind piece. That's what I love about vintage. They're one of a kind, really. Now, okay, so this should have been in like probably the wares, but she got thrown into my clothing bag. And it's just a nice, pretty little cloth vintage doll, and she's embroidered. She has a embroidered little jammy on, but she does have legs. How cute. It's very sweet, isn't it? So she got counted with the clothing, so I'm going to count her in there. The great thing about the outlet is you can find like socks that are brand new. These have, you can tell these were never worn. They were laying like this, like someone took them out of the package. So I picked them up for me and my husband. So, all right, I have this. I thought it was a Carhartt at first, and it's not. So I went ahead and picked it up anyway. But it is an evergreen, and it's just a work coat. It's Sherpa lined. The comps on this wasn't, you know, as good as Carhartt. And this one does have a stain I gotta try to get out. So I'm not really sure what I'm looking at there. Here is a little girl's Lands' End vest. Hot pink, I loved it. Here is an Athleta extra small top. And then what I found, so I believe that's an extra small women's. And then here's an Athleta girls large 12. I think these two were together. Well, I found them in the same bin. So I did find them in the same bin. Then I got a little girl's, this is only Old Navy size 2T, but it's like this linen safari animal dress. How cute is that? I'm pretty sure it's linen. It felt like linen. It's cotton and rayon and viscose, so that's why it feels like really nice. So then this, I believe, is a Talbot's. So Talbot's, yes, just a Talbot's t-shirt. What I love about Talbot's is it usually has what it is. This is the stretch weekend tee. So very nice. This was, truthfully, it smells like someone washed it in that Diva. I have the Diva laundry soap, and that's what this smells like. It smells very clean and nice. I should probably set it aside. But this is a boutique. This is that Intro brand. Kind of like UMG. But it's hooded. Look at the pearls. Isn't that cute? And then it's got these wide kind of, it's kind of reminds you of like a sailor type shirt, but it's got pearls on it. I don't know. I think it's super cute. And it smells so good right now. Then here is Tahari. It's 100% linen. Some wide leg kind of culotte pants. Black. These are small. This is a men's Nike small. There's just some Nike sweat shorts. Another pair. Now these may have been worn, but these are Columbia, and they're in like excellent condition. So I'm washing everything. Okay, please know that I'm washing it. So another Arkansas Razorback sweatshirt. Some Sam Edelman. These are women's size 11. Sam Edelman doesn't perform like it used to, but I thought these were too nice to leave. So there's those. Here is a Oshkosh Bagosh 4T jean jacket. You guys, these vintage pants are to die for. They are tapestry. And it is El La Catch Jeanswear USA. Look at this vintage tag. Look at that. They smell vintage. I know that there's a size, yes, size 3. Look at those. Crazy. That is nuts, right? That is nuts. I cannot believe I found those. Okay, then we've got, we're almost through this one. Nordstrom. This is Nordstrom Men's Shop, and it's just a blue and white gingham. It's a nice color. Then here's some Betsy Johnson silk PJ bottoms. And I just realized the size was cut out of them, so that's awesome. This is, I believe this is a Bowden. Yes, Bowden US 14. And it's like a floral, like a popover type, cute little floral top. I wonder if that would fit me. Bowden seems to like fit me. I have to size up in Bowden. This is a Karl Lagerfeld size 10, and it's just kind of a nice blazer. The buttons are really nice on it. So like, I'm not excited to post something like this because it's so hot, but. And then the last item in this bag is a men's vest, huge one, that is like a Carhartt, but this one is a Brahma, and this is a men's 3X. Crazy. Crazy that it looks just like Carhartt, but I won't probably get what Carhartt sells for, so. Okay, so there's that bag. Oh, so I did find these random socks, and they are Stance, and they're in really like amazing condition. So it's not like, you know, I'm buying used underwear or anything, so don't freak out on me, but these Stance socks are so, like, socks are so expensive. So anyway, I thought about getting them for like my nieces and nephews, and because that's the one thing kids always need is some socks. So, okay, so let me put these back in here, and then I'm gonna pull this other one up. Okay, my allergies are so crazy. Okay, so here is the brand new with tag loft pants that I was telling you about. They're the extra large tall, and they're black, and they do have the tag. So I'm just gonna have to like spray them down or iron them. So new with tag items from the bins. Do I wash them? No. If everything else though, I will wash. I do not remove a tag to wash it if it's like in new, if it's brand new. So that's just what I do. Here's some key overalls for men. And these, I always pick overalls up. You guys have seen me, these are 40 by 34s. You've seen me sell overalls. Look at this vintage Pennzoil hat. Is that not nuts? It's crazy. So I definitely have to wash it. The only bad thing about it is the inside lining is gone. That's that stuff that can come off. So I don't know. I might put that in my booth. My butt is sweating so much. I'm like gonna slide off this chair. Okay, I thought this was, someone did such a good job making their Christmas stocking. Look at that. They did such a good job. I believe that's Mary Englebright fabric down there, but they did such a good job. So this kind of stuff sells in my flea market booth. I decorate for Christmas and go all out, so it definitely will sell. Here is like a beach towel. It's like one of those really thin beach towels like you would get at TJ Maxx or something. So there's that. And then this is one of those, when you have a newborn, you can lay them out and take their picture. Oh, that smells really good. They just laundered that before they donated it. Here's just a little kind of a 4th of July pin. It's actually the Pioneer Woman. So that'll go into my flea market booth. And then I picked up some linens, and that's where I should have had these separated because the linens were cheaper. Linens were cheaper than the textiles. But here's a vintage owl hanky, a homemade fabric bowl, which I thought was really cool. Like put your jewelry in. I thought that was really cool. A homemade king size pillow cover. I love it. I'm gonna keep it probably. The patchwork, it's super cute. And then here's just some fabric for a little like mermaid fabric, like literally off of it's cut fabric from Hobby Lobby. And then a vintage towel. These vintage towels sell pretty good for me. And then a vintage apron, which I thought was really cute. Green is my favorite color. Look at that. Super cute. Okay, so there's the linens I got from the linen bin. Okay, then I have a pair of We the Free People. These are really tiny. I'm not sure about them. I don't even see what... They're size 26. I'm not even sure, like they're not marked on like what kind they are, but they seem to be kind of like a straight pant or straight jean. Here is a universal thread XXL blouse. I probably will put that in my flea market booth. Remember, I do have a flea market booth that has a clothing rack in it. This I got for me for Halloween. It's a Comfort Colors. These are Free People as well, and they're like this heavy knit, look at them, floral, wide leg, kind of crazy pants. It's the metal Free People. Oh, this was cute. I love this one. So this is a Simply Southern XXL, and it's got bunnies. But you guys, look at this back. Oh, Easter vibes. So cute. Anytime I have Simply Southern, it sells. Now I sell it for like $12.99. Here is a Nike top, but it is a Walmart employee top. I'm pretty sure in that Walmart. That's what I thought anyway. I found the bin with some really cute kids clothes, and sometimes like this is a 4T Old Navy, and this is only a Wonder Nation 4T, but isn't that dress the cutest? So I think I maybe will put them together. Here is a vintage, it's my birthday, I can do whatever I want, and this is a single stitch. This is what it means by single stitch. There's only one there. And I'm like, will that fit me? Because I would love to wear that on my birthday. Here is a pair of overalls. They are Big Smiths. They were a painter's because there's paint on them. They have the size, I'm pretty sure, yes. 46 by 30, so they're big guys. These were kind of cool. They were Abercrombie and Fitch, and they're linen, like a linen mom short. They're kind of cute. And and they're like lined, which are kind of neat. Okay, this is brand new with tag. It's a Calvin Klein faux fur shawl type thing. And it kind of goes into, so essentially it's kind of like a scarf, but it's a faux fur, but it is new with tag, Calvin Klein. I thought it was just beautiful though. I wasn't gonna leave it to go to the landfill, you know. This is a men's Simply Southern gingham pink and white top, and it is a size large. Kind of neat. Okay, we're getting there, guys. This is a Free People little tiny girl. Free People. It is a size 2. I just picked a couple of these skirts up in different colors from the Goodwill. You guys saw them in one of my last hauls. Okay, let me pull the rest of this out and then put this back down. Okay. Oh man, my butt's gonna slide off this chair. Okay, what do we got here? It's linen. I can feel it. Cynthia Rowley, 100% linen. And it's just a cute little teal dress. And then we got, okay, that, I want to look at that. That'll be the last thing we look at. This is a vintage Izod Lacoste. And it is like an acrylic cardigan. It is definitely vintage. It does have some dark spots on it, so I'm gonna have to soak it, but I thought it was cool. Okay, so I picked these up and I was like, these feel really good, like Lululemon, but I cannot find the Lululemon, and there's no, oh wait, here's a tag. No, it's not Lululemon. I don't know what this is. I didn't even see that. Do you see that? Do you know what that label is? I don't know. But anyway, it's a tennis skirt. And it even has the, where you can put your tennis balls in there. So anyway, I don't know. There's no size in there, so it might not be nothing. I might just be redonating it, but that's all I got. So all of those clothes for $76, not bad. I'm gonna say I had it's less than a dollar cost of goods for sure. So that's where I'm like, when people say their cost of goods is $2 and they just kind of average it, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, everyone has their way of doing things. So just in my brain, this works for me. I like to be more specific per category when I go to the bins. So tell me your thoughts. Tell me, I mean, I didn't find anything like that's amazing, but I definitely am going to make my money back. And most of it is bread and butter, and I'm okay with that. So have a blessed night, everyone. This is a long video. If you're still here, thank you so much. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.